happening in Kiev today?
Well, certainly overnight, a lot of explosions and gunfire that was heard in the Ukrainian capital. Now, in the last hour or so, things have quieted down a bit. The Ukrainian government has said that it has managed to repel a number of attempts to take over some key areas of the Ukrainian capital. We've not been able to independently verify that. There are reports and sounds of gunfire that can clearly be heard on a number of feeds that have been coming out in terms of video and sound feeds that have been coming out of the Ukrainian capital. And in that, you can hear sounds of explosions, you can hear the gunfire. Things are very nervous, understandably, in the Ukrainian capital as well. And what you have is a combination, according to the Ukrainian military, of they describe them as insurgents, spies, people, Russian soldiers who are dressed in Ukrainian military uniform some of the time, coming in to try to sabotage areas and to launch sporadic attacks on key installations. They say they've been managing to repel that so far. But you also have on top of that, of course, many of these Ukrainian soldiers are conscripts pulled back into service because of the war that is unfolding across Ukraine, and also civilians, those from 16 to 60 prevented from leaving the country now and told to take up arms to fight to defend their nation. So you've got a lot of nervous people running about in Kiev and elsewhere with little or no military training, with Kalashnikovs, even with Molotov cocktails have been told to make by the Ukrainian government, which is a recipe, obviously, for confusion, potential gunfire that might not necessarily be a direct Russian assault, but, could be as a result of someone just being rather jumpy on the trigger. We got reports throughout the day yesterday of sporadic gunfire in Kiev, and those reports, by and large, tended to be incidents where people were firing warning shots and not direct military conflict. So we always have to be pretty careful with a lot of the reports that are coming out in a very confused situation.